Side note about perception. Now, just as a side note, I want to remind you that you're the one creating the perception. Just don't let anyone create your perception, your version of how you interpret reality. You're the only one that has control over that. Everything is up to us on creating perception. Now, what is perception? Perception is how we interpret reality, how we interpret the way things are. Now, the way that things actually are is just boring. There's no human emotion attached to it. In fact, my phone is just a phone. You know, it just makes the phone call just the same as any other phone. I mean, just look at your phone. Now, actually, here's a better example. How about a cookie? A cookie. Flour and sugar. That's what it actually is. Just flour and sugar. There's no human emotion into it. A cookie is just flour and sugar at the end of the day. But what happens when I mention the word cookie to you, or cookies? Now I pause here to let you reflect on the thoughts and really think about the thoughts that passed by your head. Is it the chocolate chip melting in your mouth, just savoring it? Or is it your grandma, your family, your kids eating at a table, laughing, trading funny stories while you eat cookies? That's the perception of reality. That's not reality. The reality of what things really are, they're just really flour and sugar. There's nothing exciting about that. But the perception of a cookie, the perception of how we interpreted that reality, of your kids laughing, of your grandma cooking, baking cookies, sharing a laugh with you, an old story, that's perception. That's great communication. And that perception, you can interpret it into any way you want, because you're the one interpreting that reality. Now, if I were to sell a new brand of cookies, I wouldn't tell you, hey, we have the best flour and the best sugar and these are the ingredients. So that sucks, because that's the reality, and this just sucks. There's no emotion to it. The way I would sell it is to actually remind you of the sweet memories of grandma cooking, the sweet memories of chocolate chips melting in your mouth. So your first task is to come up with a really compelling why. How do you want people to perceive your product or your service? Now focus on your why. It has to be ingrained inside of you. You have to be laser focused on your why to really immerse yourself and have it in your heart of hearts. Have it in the fiber of your bones, so that at any time you can quickly get through anyone, because it's in your heart, not in your head where all the calculations and the doubts and all that crap. That sucks, because that's where we want things to come from your heart. Because remember, a disgusting taco to someone is going to be a really amazing taco to someone else. Just as someone cute can be somebody really ugly to someone else. Remember, it's all about the perception of reality. So reality is up for debate when human emotions kick in.